let's find Joe's video about this. This video is like the ultimate cope of all copes, where even as an impressionable child, I knew that Joe was gaslighting me and that he actually lost these interactions.
I just put Keely, Jeff Keely.
I just put in like Angry Joe VGAs.
There it is.
Okay, so well, hold on. This is like a video on it. Let's just get like, where's Joe's original video about this situation?
There it is.
Let's see. Is this it? Okay, look at him. Look at him. This is his face, bro. I knew shit went wrong. I knew shit went bad from frame one. It's like, oh no, Joe.
He's pissed Pablo here.
No,
this is pissed Pablo,
bro. He should have just buried this footage and just like moved on with his life. But he posted his L, you know.
Oof.
Maybe so he could get a tax write-off. Is that the sticker? I don't know.
Nah. He looks like Hitler a little bit, no?
He looks like he showed up to the new world and all the
Mexican
gold was
Hitler.
gone.
That's what he looks like, a Mexican Hitler.
In order to help you understand how pissed off I was at the VGAs and at what happened at the...
It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, buddy, but he unfortunately was both.
You know what's funny?
Jeff pissed in his mouth.
This is Angry Joe's actually angry tone. When he's like,
yes.
It's all fake acting. This...
It's not 4 hours.
Yeah.
No, this is him. He's actually mad. Like he's upset. His ego was crushed. His vanity was stripped away. He was shown to be a talentless hack that had no future in journalism. It's tough.
How pissed off I was at the VGAs and at what happened at the interview. I need to intro the video a little bit. You have to understand, I was in email talks for at least a week back and forth saying that I wanted a real interview, a sit-down interview.
You thought you were entitled to a real sit-down interview. That's what Joe believed because he had a few thousand subscribers on. Well, that gamer from Mars is making it out like he only had 2,000 subscribers, but I feel like this was further down the line. I feel like by 2010 when this happened, right? He must have had at least 30,000 subs. How many views does this video have?
Well,
okay. See, it has like 600,000.
No,
but that's the thing is you can't know. That's over the years, right?
Yeah, we'd have to like check his actual analytics over it.
Executive producers to ask questions from my audience and from people across the internet that have problems with the VGAs. They knew straight up what I wanted. This is what, my third or fourth real interview, and I'm going up against the executive producer of the VGA.
Real interview. Yeah, Joe, how did you think this was going to work out, son? It's your third interview, and you're doing a confrontational, aggressive interview against an executive with a decade of media and public relations experience? Like, what were you thinking, bro? You just weren't that guy, pal. And to this day, I still think that 20 years older Joe would still get dog walked by Jeff Keely and get completely fucking embarrassed because his complaints was just like a laundry list of spurgery that didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, you know?
Yep.
Who he was prepared for me. He knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Oh no, he was prepared.
All wrong, okay?
Yeah, you did.
I tried to be diplomatic. I tried to have an upbeat attitude.
You tried to be a confrontational fucking
initiate the invite
and embarrass this guy, and you thought you were going to walk all over him. You thought that your points were so brilliant and so witty and so self-evidently true that Jeff would have no choice but to kneel to your superior logic and wit and admit that you were right and he was going to change the show. But the moment your ideas encountered any sort of legitimate pushback in the real world, which you've never experienced before, you crumbled like a fucking bitch because Jeff Keely is an actual corporate cutthroat executive and you're some Mexican guy with a fucking camcorder in your room.
Poor fucking Joe, bro.
Then maybe they were willing to actually field and listen to some of our concerns.
Why would they?
But no, that's not what happened. That is not the respect that we got.
Based.
Instead, we got
deserve respect.
I got dicked around.
You're a
and I was
nobody.
waiting there
Okay,
all day.
so we're meant to believe that some brand new guy on YouTube, mind you, in 2010, YouTube was not like it. Like, it was a pissant fucking joke. Okay, some guy on YouTube with some thousands of subscribers is supposed to cut the line ahead of journalists that have been there for 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, like genuine publications that it would be important for Mr. Keeley to give time to. You're upset that you were put last? Who the fuck do you think you are? That you're going to cut the line and you're somebody special. You're a fucking nobody.
Guy disappeared. Then finally, out of nowhere, I see him show up. He walks across the celebrity carpet, and then he disappears again. I don't know where he is.
He's a celebrity. I don't know where he is. He's crashing out, bro. You were brushed off like the nobody you were. So, by the way, this was Mr. Keeley's tactic, by the way. His brilliance is if he treated Joe like a nobody, like less than the shit beneath his shoes, which he definitely was.
Yeah.
That Joe would come into the interview with a bad attitude, seething, and try and pounce on him, and then Mr. Keeley would just embarrass him with his verbal judo. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
And out of nowhere, I literally see him sprinting towards me, and he's like, Joe, come on. You got 2 minutes.
He puts the pressure on Joe, you got 2
Go.
minutes. You got 2 minutes, son. Go. Just sunned him. Just dominated him. That's a corporate cutthroat fucking shark. And you're nothing but a little guppy, Joe. You tried to go into the deep end. And by the way, Joe came there with the purpose of embarrassing this guy, humiliating him, stepping on him as a stepping stone to make himself big in the industry. Make no mistake about what Joe was there to do.
Oh, yeah.
So Jeff Keeley, he put this punk in his fucking place, like the cockroach he is. And then Joe's going to have the audacity to cry as though he was done dirty? Get fucked, Joe.
Oh, Joe, you got 2 minutes. Go. That is not how you start an interview.
Did you have any balls? No, that's how you do it if you want to win. If you're not a little pussy bitch and you want to crush your fucking opponent who's there to destroy you and your show, that's how you fucking handle it. That's how you crush a fucking insight. Joe was a man. He would go, Mr. Keeley, I'm not going to interview you until you sit down with me. How about you sit down with me right now for 20 minutes? Instead, he was a little bitch and agreed to Jeff Keeley's terms, and then he got stomped out like the bug that he is. Because he was so desperate to get anything, which is like, you don't hold the cards. You don't hold the cards. He's the one. This is his event. He gets to decide who gets access and who doesn't get access. And had you actually had the platform to really demand it, he would have had no choice but to come to you and kiss your fucking ring. But you didn't. You were a clout chasing nobody who thought that you could step to the king, and you missed.
Bit of it.
And by the way, nobody will tell it this way. Nobody will tell it like I'm telling it. They're always like sympathetic to Joe and think that Jeff Keeley's in the wrong, but he 100% is not in the wrong.
Why would Jeff be in the wrong though? What's their argument?
Because corporations are mean and they want to make money and they had juvenile tastes where they thought the gamers liked women with titties and they liked Mountain Dew and they liked macho action heroes, and actually what gamers wanted was a sophisticated intellectual award show on the level of the Academy Awards where we all sniff each other's farts and pretend that this is some pretentious la-di-da bullshit.
Bro.
It's the God's honest fucking truth is you go back and look at the 2004, 2005 VGAs. Yeah. Are they juvenile and retarded? Yeah. But I would much rather have that be representative of gamer culture, like dude bro tits and fucking badass violence, than the soy boy garbage that we have today.
100%.
100%.
I agree. Yeah, fully. Before it was like fun. Now it's like, yo, bro, how many like musical interludes are there? It's like 10 minute songs in between every fucking like three. So gay.
give me one.
I gotta make a show. Let's go.
He doesn't have to give you anything.
will-
I gotta do a show. Look at Joe. He's already so uncomfortable. He looks like he might be half in the bag. Like it looks like he may be drunk right now.
Oh.
Like look at him.
Listen carefully.
Give me one.
I gotta make a show. Let's go. All right.
Like, you can't just give me 1 minute.
Right.
Absolutely,
I
I
wanted to show
can.
respect. I come into your place of business. I'm not gonna be ultra angry and tear shit up. No, I'm
No,
gonna
you
give
were a
you
little
a chance
bitch.
to fight.
No, you could have just started cursing him up and down and made him out to be a bitch. You could have, but you were scared because you wanted access, because you are a clout chasing fucking cockroach bug and you didn't have your testicles together to tell him fuck you. So that's why you got treated like you did, because you're a bitch.
For what you created. I saw him up on the patio. I went directly up to him. I said, "Hey Jeff, Angry Joe came all the way from Austin, Texas to interview you, man."
Introducing yourself as
he
Angry
smiled back and
Joe.
said, "Angry
Imagine going, hey, my name is Joe. Angry Joe. Cringe. I'm Angry Joe.
Joe, you gonna rip the VGAs this year?" And then I said, "I gotta see
Oh,
the
by the
show
way,
first, man. I'll
I've
be right
wanted
over
to
there,
do
man."
this exact segment going through this for years. I've probably wanted to do this segment since the very first day I started on YouTube.
I'm going to be real.
I've been thinking
I
about this
think-
for like 15 years.
This shit for me is like what I like watch privately. Red Cow
Yes.
Arcade, ripping on like the old nostalgia stuff. It's always so fun.
Sure that we get our interview, all right? And he said, "Yeah, man." That right there. I put my guard down a little bit. I thought this guy was ready
What a
and willing to
mistake.
talk to us in a serious way. I was wrong. I was
You're
wrong.
not serious though.
I gotta make a show. Let's go.
That little smile he has.
Oh, the mold, the coat, and the seed.
Fucking
Yes!
burned him.
He's never recovered from this, bro. His bumhole has never recovered from the sodomy that the Doritos Pope did to him, man. He took
Pablo.
the spiciest sweet chili heat Doritos and shoved them up Joe's bunghole. Tandoori!
He's so mad.
That is years of training.
Prolapse.
And that's
Prolapse,
proven by what
Pablo.
follows
Yes.
next.
It is years of training. Don't hate
First,
the
I'm
play,
going to
hate
show
the
you
game.
the interview in its
First he's got to
entirety.
give us the cope. First he's holy shit. He couldn't even present it as it was because he knew it was such a dismantling, such a destruction. Let's